Hey folks, I'm Owl, this is Yarnell Reads, and this is my TBR and announcement for the Queer in Space Readathon. So if you follow me on any of my other social media, you will know that the Queer in Space Readathon is happening from December 1st to December 31st, and it's essentially been all I could talk about for a while. I have not been on BookTube in a bit, partially because of just personal energy, and partially because, as you might be able to tell, winter has come to Oregon, and all I get is sad, rainy light. So this is the best we're gonna get. Here we go. This is sort of an announcement and sort of a TBR. The sort of announcement is because the readathon starts tomorrow. So it goes for the whole month though, and my hope is that people will see this and they will be interested and they will participate for as much or as little of the month as they can. That's one of the reasons I wanted to have it for the whole month. People don't have to participate for, you know, all 31 days. It's just there for people when they want it, when they need it, when they want to read queer, specfic, and sci-fi. And that is the theme of the readathon. So in case I forget anything, I'm gonna link the homepage for the readathon down below. It's on my blog. You can find it there. But what instigated this is I have been so much in the mood for queer sci-fi, and God, there's just so much good queer sci-fi, and I started asking about it. People started giving me all of these recommendations, and literally in like the next half hour or so, I'm finally going to be done with this term of school, which means for all of December I can focus on reading whatever I want. And I knew that I was going to want to read queer sci-fi, and I wanted to give other people that opportunity. I also wanted to be able to connect the creators of queer sci-fi with the readers. And so I found a bunch of authors who were willing to be featured authors and writing up posts about them. They're going to be featured all throughout the month. And while they're, you know, the featured author, so for 2 days there will be a giveaway associated with them, whether it's one of their books or something else just that has to do with queer sci-fi and specfic. So let's see, things you need to know when you're going into a readathon. The dates, December 1st to 31st. The theme, any sort of queer sci-fi or speculative fiction. Like, if you think it counts, it counts. I am just happy for people to be reading queer books. The challenges. So there's a bingo board of challenges that I am not going to read out in its entirety, but in my bullet journal it looks a little something like this. And the graphic for that is on my Twitter and on the homepage for the readathon. So all of that is stuff you can find. You can fill out as much of the bingo board as you want. The only other challenge that I have sort of put in the world is to read 4 books that fit into sci-fi, queer sci-fi, or specfic by the end of the month. And so just as many or as little as you want. Honestly, I don't, like, the 4 books is more of a challenge to me. I don't want anybody to feel like they have failed, because there's no way to fail this readathon. By acknowledging that this readathon exists and is a cool thing, you have succeeded, you have won the readathon, well done. Another note, there are going to be quite a few giveaways. A lot of them are ebooks, so I can make them international. And I don't want anybody to feel like they aren't participating enough in the readathon to get to enter the giveaways. My thoughts are, if you see this book being given away and you're like, ooh, that looks cool, I think I would enjoy that, I think that that would be a good book for me, I think that that is enough reason for you to enter the giveaway. Again, all of the giveaway information is going to show up throughout the month on my Twitter if you follow me there, on my WordPress, you can follow me there as well, or you can just check in regularly to the readathon's homepage. And yeah, just I want everybody to feel like they can be seen by queer sci-fi and specfic. I want everybody to love this genre as much as I do. So this also is only sort of a TBR because I am a huge mood reader, so I have acquired a selection of queer sci-fi and specfic, and this is just the physical titles. I have, I think, 10 available from my various audio sources, mostly the library, and I have a few on ebook as well. So some of the ones that I'm really hoping to get to in the coming month are Ursula Le Guin's Left Hand of Darkness. This has some form of non-binary representation. It's like the alien culture that is depicted in the story doesn't deal with gender the same way we do, like doesn't have gender. And I know that it is a dated story, but I've also read a lot of what Ursula Le Guin wanted the story to be, and I have this on audio, so I'm really excited. I definitely want to get to it. I also have Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. This one is a little bit lower on my priorities list, just because I've sort of heard mixed reviews, but I know that it's sci-fi, I know that it is queer, and I know that it's an Anastasia retelling, and those are all things that interest me a lot. I've also got Cameron Hurley's The Stars Are Legion. This one, I actually don't know that much about it. I think that it's been described as lesbian space pirates. I'm not sure. I saw it on Winx's channel. I'll link her below. She's amazing. She helped this readathon exist, and she recommended this. And I actually haven't looked into it since she recommended it to me, but it was on Book Outlet, and it is gorgeous, and now it is mine. That is a high priority for reading this month. Next month. In December. I've also got Barbary Station by R.E. Stearns. This one is also about lesbian space pirates, or queer space pirates. I don't know that the people in this are lesbians. I know that they are girlfriends, and that there's a rogue AI, and they're trying to deal with that. Well, AIs of any sort are just such a fascination to me, and I love when they're written as not rogue, or when they're written as, like, complex. I have so many feelings about AIs. I finished the Illuminae trilogy a couple weeks back, and like if it was queer, I would totally be rereading it in December. It was that good, and I loved everything about it, including the depiction of artificial intelligence. Anyway, another book I really want to get to is Behind the Throne by K.B. Wagers. This is the beginning of a trilogy, which is the beginning of a sort of saga. There's a second trilogy taking place in this universe with these characters that just started. The general plot of this one, also a recommendation from Winx, is that this woman is a gun runner of some sort, probably a space pirate. You can see a theme developing here. And she ends up actually being also an heir to the Empire. And that happens. There's a war. I'm curious. I have this one on audiobook, 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 and now that I've gone through all of those, I realize that that is in fact all of them I have on audiobook, which is good because that means I'm actually going to get to them, or I'm significantly more likely to get to them. I've also got 27 Hours by Justina Wright. This is a YA set on a different planet sort of story, and it takes place within 27 hours, and if I'm not mistaken, there is a main character called Rumor, which amuses me. So I'm excited. My wife got about halfway through and loved it. She's just been doing her master's degree and hasn't had a chance to finish it yet, so she is this far. We're gonna end up in a race to see who can get to the end first. But she also just finished her last term of school ever. She is now a Master of Science. And so she's also going to be participating in the readathon, and I have a feeling she's got enough of a head start that she's gonna beat me. And the last one that I physically have here is The Scorpion Rules by Erin Bow. I've already read this one. It's the only one in this pile that I'm showing you that I've already read. But I do have the audiobook of this one as well in case I want to get to it. I just love this book a lot. Speaking of complex and interesting artificial intelligence systems, this series, it's a duology as far as I know. I don't think there's going to be another one after the second book, but I haven't read the second book because the first one just like left me in such a place. Like I think right now I'm okay with where the first one left me, so I think I'm gonna reread it and then try and push myself to read the sequel, but we'll see. The general plot of this one is that the world is essentially controlled by an AI who controls lasers in the outer orbit of Earth, and if you break the AI's rules, they will destroy you, destroy your country. I'm not entirely sure. Destruction occurs. And to keep sure that people actually follow the rules, one heir child of each country's rulers goes to these castles, and then if their country starts a war, the countries that are involved in the war, their kids, their prisoners of peace, are killed. And the main character of this one is Greta, and she is a prisoner of peace. Her mother or grandmother, I think her mother is the ruler of a country. And it's a very slow and character-driven story, which means, of course, that I love it. I do not have in physical form, but I do plan to read through audiobook or ebook. Let's see. So I've got both of the last two Wayfarers books. So I've already read Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. That's in one of these piles. It's right here. And I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite books of all time now. And so, of course, because queer sci-fi, I am going to try and read the second one, A Closed and Common Orbit, and the third one, Record of a Spaceborne Few, during this month. I'm not positive I'm going to read both. I'm definitely going to get through Closed and Common Orbit, just because one of the characters in it is a character in this one, and I am super interested, and I've read the first chapter already because it's at the end of this. But I needed to take a break between Long Way and Closed and Common Orbit, just because, like, these books are intense. Like, you care about these characters so deeply and a lot happens. And so I'm not sure I'm going to be ready to jump straight into Record of a Spaceborne Few when I have the chance once I've finished Closed and Common Orbit. So I'm not promising I'm going to read both. I will definitely read one. And speaking of, the Wayfarer series is actually the group read for this readathon. So whichever one in the series you're on, that's the one that's your read for the readathon. Or if you want to reread one of your favorites, if you've already finished them, if you haven't started it, Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is my great suggestion. The audiobook is phenomenal. A+. So I'm definitely going to be getting to those. And other than that, oh, there are two more that I'm going to be getting to. Sorry if the camera angle just changed. My tripod is, trying. There's two more that I'm going to be getting to during the month of December, or that I'm hoping to get to. That's Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. This is a superheroes story, and this girl who doesn't have powers ends up taking an internship with the super villain. She ends up figuring out it's the super villain of the town, and it sounds so fun. Everybody says that it's just adorable and fluffy, and it's totally queer, and so I'm so into that. The last one that I really want to get to, I have both of these on audiobook, is Argillum First Dawn by J.S. Fields. And I don't know much about that, but it has been highly, like, very strongly recommended to me as being very Firefly-like, very queer, and the cover's really pretty. And so I got this one on Audible, and I am really, really excited to give it a go. Like, it was recently recommended by Seanan McGuire, and if you don't know who that is, it's a very, very, very wonderful author. And so I already had sort of vague plans to read it. It had already been recommended to me, but then I saw Seanan McGuire, like, have a thread of tweets. I'll try and find them and link them below. But just, like, gushing about how wonderful this book is, or possibly how wonderful the series is. And I immediately went and bought it. So that's about it. I'm going to be posting recommendation lists, hopefully this evening, with this video, so people can sort of slap together some TBRs, throw some queer sci-fi or speculative fiction into their December reads list. And yeah, that's it. I hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope that it's something you have fun with. I hope you find new creators that you just love. And other than that, have a lovely day. Bye!